This must be one of the weirdest configurations to run the demo possibly ever. Let me show you. So first of all, this is a PVM, but it only has RGB input at the back. So I take the CGA signal here to my FPGA, or let's say one of my FPGAs, then I convert it to analog output and composite sync, which I feed via VGA cable to the BMCs at the rear of this PVM. Also, the machine that runs this, it's by no means an ordinary machine. So this is a custom-made 8088 where I made basically all the boards short of the CGA adapter. So if you pull some of the boards out here, like for example this CPU board. Look at it a little bit closer. Try to make it as simple as possible, basically. So this is focus. Doesn't like to focus for some reason. Well, anyway, I have V20 there. I have tried to run this demo actually with through 8088 as well from Intel, but that I think the reason the two final sections of the demo don't run properly, the org scene and the lake scene, is that I'm using SRAM, static RAM, these two chips here, and that probably you have some wait states with your DRAM and DMA controller, which this system doesn't. So anyway, I kind of like this board. This basically just has the CPU and memory and a couple of bus transceivers and nothing else. This is actually more or less like standalone thing that can boot. Now I do feed some signals like the oscillator and the clock signal from FPGA and the reset signal, and actually a bunch of other things I also feed from the FPGA, which is the FPGA acts as a mass storage device, or actually there's a Raspberry Pi connected to the FPGA, and that is the mass storage device. Yes. Then I have this card here, which you can actually boot to DOS without this card, but most of the programs require this because this contains the programmable interval timer and the programmable interrupt controller. And then there are a couple of there's like a clock divider thing needed to generate the 1.19 MHz signal for the interval timer, and then there are a couple of chips needed to select the addresses. Originally I made this sort of simple chip, but this machine doesn't have PC speaker normally, because I basically hate PC speaker, but I wanted to run this demo, so I installed this thing here. This plugs in the quite nasty manner to this interval timer channel 2, which is used to generate PC speaker, but since it's not gated, it requires a little bit more circuitry. The PCI speaker sound is slightly buggy, or let's say, well, it mostly sounds okay, but there's a few glitches which are fixed if you have this gate available. Yeah, and first I was thinking that the reason why this two sections at the end of the demo don't actually sync would be because I might have not like this MC6845, the heart of the CGA adapter would be not the correct original chip, but as far as I can tell, this is actually the correct chip. Slowly focus. Well, it doesn't matter. It's MC6845B, which, as far as I know, should be the correct chip. So the only thing I can figure is that maybe it's just the DRAM issue. That's why the demo doesn't run fully. That's quite difficult to fix actually, without building all the same DRAM stuff that you have in the original IBM PC. But I don't think I really want to do this because this was a little bit, project was slightly different. I also had this thing from Zerdako, which converts CGA to SCART, which is RGB, and this can be plugged into my PVN, but this unfortunately broke. I think one of the chips somehow it got very hot, and now it doesn't sync at all. So that's why I had to make this botched FPGA thing, which of course works. And one thing I forgot to do when I did this firmware for the FPGA is that I forgot to correct this brown color, because the color combinations from CGA, the brown color is treated differently from regular sum. The sum would just give you light yellow and bright yellow, but the CGA, the light yellow is replaced by brown, and then the bright yellow is bright yellow, so colors are slightly inaccurate. But as far as I can tell, if you don't account for the color thing, which is easy to fix, and the PC speaker glitch, which is also easy to fix, and I know where they're coming from, the demo works 90% correct, sort of these sync issues. But yeah, that's all I have for you today.